Hello, my fam! It is our last day here in Palm Springs, and I would like to say a cheers to you. Thank you for your support. Happy Monday, and you know what? A cheers to me, too. This isn't a glass, it's for gravy, but it's got flamingos on it, and I had to have a drink from it. Cheers to us. We are doing it. You know, despite everything going on in my life, despite the lack of sleep, I am showing up for work and showing up for my kids. And that's all we can do, because the opposite, it won't get us anywhere. Retreating, hiding, not doing things, or doing them badly, that won't serve us. So I am here to serve myself, and I am here to serve you, and I also want to thank you for your input. I'm going to start off with a viewer request. So many of you want me to talk about JACLYN HILL, and I will. And I'm going to talk about Trisha Paytas and this young ASMR YouTuber who is getting a lot of headlines, and Michael Buckley from What the Buck, remember him, talking about a lot of YouTubers today and traditional celebrities from Gwyneth Paltrow to Jennifer Lopez and more, all intertwined. But first, JACLYN HILL, as I mentioned. JACLYN HILL is a very popular beauty guru on YouTube. And after a long time on the platform, just this year, she finally launched her own collection, which has been a disaster. She's had so many people complain about a variety of things, that lipsticks have shown up broken, that there's been mold or hairs on products, that people are getting their makeup late. You may think I'm going to attack JACLYN HILL. I'm not. I'm actually going to defend her. I think people are out to get her. People want to see this woman fail. I don't. Do you guys know how hard it is to launch a business? And while I'm not 100% certain, it seems to me that people are looking for problems. They want to create drama to make videos. And with anything, with any launch or this or that, there are going to be hiccups. There are going to be mistakes. She has finally addressed the drama, which that was a mistake on her part. People were complaining. There were videos being made, and she ignored it publicly for a long time. She took to Twitter over the weekend to say, "I'm sorry if the product you received was anything less than perfect. If you are unsatisfied in any way, please contact help@jaclyncosmetics.com, and we will be sure to give you a full refund as well as send you a new product." Boom. You can't show up in any more major way than that. Full refund and gonna send you more product? That must be costing somebody a lot of money. She also went on to say, "My team and I are working very hard on finding out exactly what is causing the grittiness and bumpy texture on some of my lipsticks. I am sorry to see some of you dissatisfied with my product. I will make it right for you and learn from this mistake. That's a promise." And if any of you receiving lipstick like this, the one that has mold or hair on it, she said, "This is not hair. My factory used brand new white gloves to do quality control, and they shed all over my product. We switched to rubber gloves 2 days ago, and we'll make sure this never happens again." If you are a beauty guru on YouTube, just expect this to happen from now on. But at the end of the day, two things. A, I'm old school, and I really think any press is good press. And it's better to have people talking about your bad products or what they think are your bad products than having nobody talk about your products. And secondly, why are you all buying products from beauty influencers? I would go with tried and true. You know, brands I know and trust that have already done the quality control and have for a long time. Unless it's really cheap. If an influencer I know is doing a really cheap thing and I've got nothing to lose, even if it's bad, it's not that expensive, all right, then I'll give it a try. But some of these influencers that are charging way too much money, Kylie Jenner, she's an influencer. I don't get it. But cheers to Kylie too, she's a billionaire. All right, on to some other wacky news from a new media celeb to a traditional celeb, Gwyneth Paltrow. She recently got married and has revealed in a new interview to the Sunday Times Style section, Gwyneth says that she and Brad Falchuk, a TV producer, still don't live together full time. She's got her house, he's got his house. He lives at her house 4 nights of the week, and then 3 nights of the week, he goes back to his house and has his kids there. I spoke about this before, and I thought that eventually they would phase the families together, but it just makes no sense to me. You're a family now. You're a married husband and wife, and your children are now stepbrother and stepsister. You're family. Why would you not want to all be under the same roof? You can afford it. But in typical Gwyneth fashion, she claims that she has an intimacy teacher, this woman named Michaela Boehm, who praises the star and the polarity that this decision gives her marriage. Whatever. If it works for her, great. I'm just giving an opinion on my life and what I want for me and what would work for me and what would not work for me. I don't want that. Having said that, the longer I'm a father and the longer I'm single and the older I get, the more I just think, okay, I may not get married again, ever. Or married. I've never been married. And I don't even know if I will move in with somebody until maybe like 4 to 5 years of living together. Who knows? You know, if I meet the one, then maybe everything will feel different. But I have to really know it's the one. And you know, right? You know? All right, in more relationship and wacky news, in a similar vein to that of Gwyneth Paltrow, Miranda Lambert, Blake Shelton's ex-wife and a country music singer herself, reveals that she and her husband, the haughty, much younger police officer from New York, still are doing a long-distance marriage. I respect and appreciate that the guy has kept up his own job, but Miranda Lambert is super rich. She can live in New York City full-time. She can fly to Nashville, where she's based out of, whenever she wants to. Why is she choosing to stay in Nashville and just spend some time in New York? That makes no sense to me. If you're a newlywed, and especially a newlywed in a marriage where you didn't even know that person for that long, wouldn't you want to spend as much time as possible with your partner? Or not? I don't know. But like I said, I praise him for keeping his own identity and not mooching off of her. It's her decisions that I'm not so sure of. For me. But hey, she's living her life in a way that makes her happy. All right, on to Trisha Paytas for a minute. Over the weekend, I caught up on a little bit of Trisha, and I did some research, and I had a very interesting observation to share. I had an interesting observation that I saw. My observation. It's early. We're driving back. I had to get this done extra early. Anyways, Trisha is exhausting to a lot of people. I can't even imagine what it must be like to be Trisha Paytas' therapist. He should charge her extra. She made a video over the weekend called What I Talked About in Therapy Today, which is so funny to me for many reasons, but one of which is she'd just gotten out of an 80-minute therapy session, she claimed, and then proceeded to upload a really long video. I think it was 36 minutes long. I forget how long it was. I honestly stopped watching about the 5-minute mark because it was draining and exhausting to me to watch it. And then I just decided out of curiosity to go check her social blade, which I've mentioned sometimes in the past. If you don't know what Social Blade is, it's this free website, socialblade.com, that lets you see everything about social media people. It lets you know how many views on YouTube people have, if views are up or down, if people are losing subscribers or gaining subscribers. And Trisha has been losing subscribers, but her views are way up. However, then I also searched on YouTube and compared, and the fascinating thing is that most of the new videos that Trisha uploads don't get a lot of views. So that just tells me that she's kind of really lucky and blessed that her old videos, the evergreen ones, must be still finding audiences through different means, which is one of the reasons I like to keep it super transparent why I kill myself. I did not get much sleep in Palm Springs because I made sure to create content from my family, the Perez Hilton personal channel, because evergreen content, frankly, probably works even better on YouTube than hot topic-y type stuff, which I do on this channel. And by the way, if you didn't watch the video that I posted yesterday about my $30 million net worth if I'm filing for bankruptcy again, I truly think it is one of the best, most important videos that I have ever made. Stop watching this one and go watch that one, because I talk about some of the major changes that I have just recently made in my life and some big lessons that I have just learned in life as well. It was so cathartic for me, therapeutic, healing, a release. I literally was out of breath at points making that video, and I know that video will help other people. So watch it, share it. Thank you. Okay. So I stopped watching the full Trisha thing because I just couldn't. In wackier news, Orlando Bloom thankfully did not take his dog's life like that crazy woman in, I think, Virginia. Remember that story I told you guys? The woman died and she had it in her will that her pet pooch would be buried with her, a perfectly fine and healthy dog. Well, Orlando's dog, oh no, now I'm too, right, all right, whatevs. The screen auto-adjusts, it's so wild. All right, Orlando's dog passed away, and he had his dog's skeleton mounted and basically turned into like a piece of art, and he keeps it in his house. What do you guys think about that? I find that to be a little creepy. Just a little bit odd. I mean, maybe not. Well, yeah, that is more odd than, somebody keeping a loved one's ashes in the house. It's literally looking at the bones. And would you keep your mom or dad's bones structured and like they're looking like a skeleton? I don't know. And also wacky news, Michelle Williams, not the one from Destiny's Child, the one that was on Dawson's Creek all those years ago, she's got herself into a little bit of a predicament with factory job workers, much like I did when I spoke about plumbers. And by the way, if I never apologized to the plumbing community, I would like to. I clearly misspoke when I said plumbers are shady. I should have said maybe a lot of plumbers or a lot of plumbers in Los Angeles. I should have been more specific. And to recap, I was just so pissed that I kept calling all these plumbers trying to get a quote, and nobody would give you a quote ahead of time. And then they show up and they say, oh, it's going to cost you $300 or $500 or whatever. And you're kind of screwed because you couldn't even get anybody out in the first place. But whatever. Michelle Williams talks about her experience on Dawson's Creek. And she says, we did 22 episodes a year and you'd be getting scripts at the last minute and you had zero input. It was a little like a factory job. That's kind of like Madonna saying she felt, you know what, from the New York Times in that article. I don't even like saying the R word. I understand what Michelle was trying to say, but I probably wouldn't have said it that way. And actually, whenever I've spoken in the past about experiences like that, I talk about it in a positive way. You can Google this. I've said repeatedly that my job is like a factory job. It's like that episode of I Love Lucy where you're working at the chocolate factory and you get to eat all the chocolate every day and you don't get sick of it. I still love my job. I still love and savor everything I do and doing it and sharing it with you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there are some aspects of it that I don't love, like Instagram story and swipe up and this and that and the other, but I still love connecting with you all, making you laugh, making you smile, challenging you, getting to think. I love this and us and you. All right, on to some influencer news back there for a moment in that space. A lot of you, I'm sure, know Cameron Dallas. Well, I don't know if this is true. It's what is being said. There have been sightings, but he's not spoken out on it. And I don't feel bad about reporting this as a rumor and saying that there have been sightings because there's nothing wrong with this if it is true. But according to people that have seen him and other things I've read, Cameron Dallas has been in rehab in Utah specifically. And he apparently is at that Cirque Lodge, which I think Lindsay Lohan has been to, and many people have been there. If true, I applaud him for getting better. He's had several very public episodes, incidents, even an arrest not that long ago, and had been partying very publicly, sharing that partying aspect of his life on social media. And good on him. Good on him. Sending Cameron Dallas all of the positive vibes. Okay, let's cleanse the palate. Cardi B over the weekend shared some photos of her very, very swollen feet, explaining that all of her canceled shows were truly because of health-related reasons and not because of poor ticket sales. She also reminded everybody of her stomach and back and the pain that she had to endure recently because of complications from surgery. I just love that Cardi B posted a photo of her super swollen feet. This weekend I should have gotten more sleep, but I'm constantly working, and then I got distracted. I do consider watching 5 minutes of that Trisha video, work and research. I also watched in its entirety this one because I was far more gripped by it, a 10-minute video which was posted back in February. I'm not gonna lie, I don't lie. I don't have a lot of free time. I don't watch TV. I don't read the newspaper. I don't read magazines. I don't read books. I parent, I work out, and I work. Repeat. And then every once in a while, I'll watch clips or some kind of content on the internet. Not on my iPad. I'm literally glued to my laptop a lot of the time, most of the time. So I watched this video that Michael Buckley from What the Buck posted back in February. And the video was titled, Why My YouTube Channel Died. And I don't know if any of you are old enough and have been on YouTube long enough, but I am an OG of YouTube. I was uploading and I was on here from the very beginning. If you go back on this main channel of mine on YouTube, my Perez Hilton channel, you'll see content and videos from 2006, 2007. And actually, I encourage you all to get lost in my archives. If you are into a particular celebrity, just search that celebrity or whatever it is. You know, I've posted so many different kinds of content on this channel. And I found the Michael Buckley video so inspiring and just so transparent and honest. It reminded me of the video I posted yesterday, tooting my own horn, on my personal channel, the one about my net worth and the changes that I've been making. I also believe everybody is that close to making a comeback. Although he's working as a life coach, which I sort of feel like the same about buying makeup from an influencer. I'm not going to buy makeup from an influencer. I'm also not going to buy life coaching classes from an influencer. I'll buy cameos from an influencer. Buck should get on Cameo and give advice that way, but I don't. But I love that he's making videos still, and I encourage him to make even more videos, and I encourage you all to go watch his videos. And even though he's got 980,000 plus subscribers, you know, people just don't become active on platforms anymore, and I thank you all for being active, at least with me. I don't know if you guys watch any other YouTubers, or if you watch a ton, or even if you don't watch me every day, if you're watching me right now, I appreciate you. I thank you. You're making me money. I'm straightforward, always. I appreciate the coin, and I appreciate you, truly. I would still make videos, and I have, because, hello, only recently have my views gone up, and I'm finally starting to make a little bit of money on YouTube, but I was on here and making videos and connecting with you all for the longest time and consistently, even when the money wasn't there. And the money isn't great now, but if I'm getting 25 million views a month like Trisha Paytas is making good money on YouTube, even if she lies and says that she doesn't. With 25 million views a month, you're making good money, Trisha Paytas. All right, on to lighter news. Congratulations to Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger. They said I do over the weekend in Montecito, California, home to Oprah Winfrey and Rob Lowe. Very fancy community there. It's basically Santa Barbara, but like the Beverly Hills of Santa Barbara. They had a rehearsal dinner at the home of Rob Lowe, family friend. Yeah, it looked lovely. She looked gorgeous. I saw photos. Everybody was happy. Blah, 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 blah. Chris Pratt's 6-year-old son was there. And I'm wishing them a lifetime of love and happiness together. All right, back to the YouTube space. I've made some ASMR videos on my The Perez Hilton channel for just search purposes. And also because they're kind of fun. Note to self, I should make an ASMR video coming up. But my ASMR videos are not, it's just like me talking in a whisper, which some people could find relaxing. But I'm not using a microphone, so I may not be the best ASMR person. Anywho, this one 13-year-old ASMR YouTuber, McKenna Kelly, makes about $1,000 a day on YouTube. Let me do the math. If she makes about $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month, she must be getting about 10 million views a month. Let me just do a quick. Let me go to Social Blade. Oh no. There we go. Social Blade. Oh. My computer is so hot right now, it's like acting up. Well, okay. McKenna Kelly. It'd be fascinating if my guesstimation worked. Oh, okay. McKenna Kelly. Okay. And she's got a lot of subscribers too. Sorry. McKenna. God dang it, it's acting up. Whatever. I feel like I have to have the payoff now. McKenna Kelly. Come on. I'm gonna move my laptop out of the sun. Anyways, while I'm looking this up, I'll share with you all that she's really upset at YouTube because a lot of her videos have been getting flagged as inappropriate content. For example, she made one ASMR video of eating a honeycomb. She's got 1.5 million subscribers. Oh my God, that's like 5 times the amount that I do. And oh wow, she had 5.3 million views in the last 30 days. So she's probably actually making more than $1,000 a day. Wild. Anyways, because she's upset that YouTube is removing a lot of her videos. Speaking of ASMR, you're now going to hear the sprinklers in my video. She's looking for another platform to upload her videos there. good luck. I would not ignore YouTube. I would not quit YouTube. I would keep doing the YouTube and just start a Patreon then, where you can be uncensored and do whatever you want. And actually turn it into a thing. Every time your YouTube video gets demoted or turned off or deleted, say, watch my recently deleted video on Patreon. All right, back to the traditional space. Pauley Perrette, remember her from NCIS? Well, she made a lot of headlines over the weekend by straight up claiming that her former NCIS co-star, Mark Harmon, attacked her. I believe her. And not only that, she also mentioned he attacked a crew member. And the guy's still on the show. I expect this story, because it happened over the weekend, it's going to be a story to keep tabs on during this week, and there will be even more developments on that, so I will keep you guys posted. On to some more TV-related news. Tinsley Mortimer, the former New York socialite turned current New York housewife, one of the stars of Real Housewives of New York, was spotted recently on a date with Billy Bush, disgraced TV personality. Although not so disgraced, he got hired by Extra. So starting in the fall, Billy Bush will be back on television, and I like Billy Bush. Sure, he made a mistake, but I don't think he, as I've said before, deserved all of the bad things that happened to him. Speaking of talk show hosts, Wendy Williams' son is still not speaking to his estranged father, and Kevin Hunter Jr., Kevin Hunter Sr. is not very happy about that. You should have thought about that every time you were with your mistress and when you got her pregnant. And that alleged mistress, okay, I take that back. That went on for over a decade, according to reports. You should have thought about that then. I don't think the son should have hit you. Violence, no, but icing dad out for a while, I'm totally in favor of that. Eventually, I think that the son should, just understand that the dad's a mess and human, and we're all human, and nobody's perfect, and he's still your father, and hopefully they can get to a much better place in their relationship. In even more reality TV news, from, I mentioned the New York housewives earlier, to the Beverly Hills housewives, Andy Cohen recently had a dinner meeting with Paris and Nikki Hilton's mother, Kathy Hilton, about joining Housewives. And I'm going to let you know a little secret. I bet you she's already signed up, and they're now just teasing this. One of Andy's friends and an employee of his, he has a show on Sirius Andy XM on Sirius, Bruce Bozzi. He posted a photo of Andy and Kathy Hilton on Instagram and said, "Sign on the dotted line, a true diamond in Beverly Hills." Kathy's sister, Kyle Richards, is currently one of the housewives of Beverly Hills, and this would not be her first foray into reality TV. In the early 2000s, Kathy Hilton had a show on NBC called Make Me a Hilton or something like that. She and Kyle have had a tumultuous past, so I would love to see Kyle on the show. Make it I think it's already happened. It's a done deal. It's gonna be great. And bring me on too. Sign me up as well. I'm just shameless. All right, in more even TV related news, down below I'll have a link so you could read the article that we posted about Allison Mack. More details about the cult that she was a part of and exactly what they did to lure women into the cult. The trial is currently happening against Keith Rainier, and it is just blowing my mind, everything that these poor women had to go through. Insane. You have to read that article. Link down below. Okay, on to some music-related news. Kanye West unveiled and launched his new Yeezys. Looks just like the old ones to me. I don't get what the big deal is and why people are going crazy trying to get them. Also, Jennifer Lopez kicked off her concert tour over the weekend, and I have a link down below so you can see one of my favorite highlights of the show was when she sang with her daughter, Emmy. It was so cute. Even more music-related news. I was randomly thinking about Harry Styles over the weekend, as I'm prone to do, and I saw and noticed and checked, Harry has not used Instagram in 12 months approximately, like almost an entire year. He's done a phenomenal job of cultivating mystery around him. And even though he didn't have a radio hit from his debut solo album, and even if he doesn't have a radio hit on his next one, I think that the upcoming Harry Styles album is going to be a hit. He had a sold-out arena tour, global, and a large group of people are invested in him and are fascinated by him. I do want to hear him on the radio, though, and I hope that it becomes a radio smash, at least with one song. And finally, you guys, I forgot to mention a while ago that it's Pride Month. Happy Pride. It made me so happy to see this story that went viral about a heterosexual man whose pickup truck he adorned with a message that said, "Not all country boys are bigots. Happy Pride Month." And similarly, in spite of Donald Trump saying that they couldn't, several U.S. embassies across the world have been flying pride flags this month. So thank you to them. Resist. And thank you again for watching this long video. I have so much to say, and I'm so glad that you enjoy me sharing it with you all. I'll end how I started. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. If you enjoyed this video, that's good luck. Hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share, and I'll leave you with one last view of gorgeous Palm Springs. Mwah. I love you. Mwah.